Hello everybody, this is Jonathan, and today I'll be talking about for JLayeredPane, which allows me to have this sort of graphic to it, so I can put one content at the bottom, then I can put the other content in the middle, then I can have one at the very top, as you guys can see with those boxes. What you guys have to do though is that we'll go to import for library, which is import java x dot swing dot java layeredPane in order to get working. Those are just some libraries that I basically have used to make this application. So I've got JFrame, I've got JLabel, I've got color, I've also got dimension, which dimension allows me to change the size of the boxes, for example, and change the position of these boxes. So over here is public class main, public static void main. So this is the main function, and over there's a comment that says layeredPane swing container that provides a third dimension, the third dimension for positioning components, ex dot depth and c index. So this is what it basically does. Over there is JLabel. JLabel1 equals to new JLabel. Then we have JLabel1 dot set accrue, which allows us to see it. But up at the top is allows us to create it. This allows us to see it. Dot set background color dot pink, that gives it a pink background. Over there allows us to position it and to make it bigger or to make it smaller. These two allows you to position it, but these two allows you to change the size of it, which is why they all have basically got the same size. But the height and the width and that the location of the actual label is different, whereas the height and the width is the same. We also did the same for label 2, we did the same for label 3. It just have different positions to come up with this nice effect with the same size of the labels. Over there we have just created the JLabel, as you guys can see. It does also come up with this very nice description about it, as you guys can see from Visual Studio, which is why I love it so much. But over there we got JLayered panel, then basically called that panel layered panel. Then we got equal to new layered panel, so just create a new panel to it. Then over there we got layered panel dot set bound. This allows us to set up the panel. It actually does the same thing as the label, so this allows you to change the position of it, and this allows you to change the size of it, so it should be 500 by 500. So set bounds is basically the same for the labels. Over there we've got layered panel dot add label 1 JLayeredPane default layer. So default layer would be at the bottom, whereas the drag layer will be at the top. There are other ones as well you guys could go for with the other layers, but I need to search this one up because I don't remember it at all. But over there basically allows it to do integer dot value of 1, 2, 3. So the higher the number is, the top it will go on. So for example, in the third one it was at number 3, then it's going to be on top of label 2 and level 1. I'm going to show you guys this as an example in a minute. But there should be like a, if I search up for JLabel layers, go for images, there should be a way to see it. Here it is. So let me just put this into a bigger screen. So over there is default, so whatever is in the default will be at the bottom. Then we've got the palette, which should be the second one to the bottom. Then we also got the model, then we've got pop-up, and drag should be at the top. So if I was to, let me just drag this one right over there, if I just make this one a little bit more smaller. If I go back to over there, where I see the default layer, you guys can change this one for the top one to being the palette layer. And I think that the top one was the color pink, wasn't it? So the pink will no longer be at the bottom, it should now be the second one. As you guys can see, it is indeed the second one. And you guys can obviously change the drag layer to being something like pop-up, and it should still technically stay at the bottom, right? At the top, I mean, not at the bottom, because yeah, the green one is still at the top. But now what we have done is that the layered panel to our label 1 JLayered panel, we have that one as palette layer. Then the second one is the black one, so it's by default. So the default one is at the bottom, as you guys can see over there. And the top one is the pop-up layer. So this one would be the next one to go on top of it. So it just stacks things up to on top of each other. So yeah, that's pretty nice. If you want to have this sort of styling to it. What I will do now, I'm going to go and show you guys something else you guys can do. So if I don't remember what palette layers are, default layers, if I just forgot to name them, what you guys can do instead is do integer or value of a number. So the higher the number is, the higher it will be stacked up. So for example, if I put this one as the integer dot value of, if I now put down something like 1, then that should allow me to set to be 1. I think I may need to include something. Integer cannot be resolved for is okay. How do you need to pick up then? How do you do it? Where's the video? Here it is. So this should allow me to see what it has done to it. Yeah, it says integer value of, so we got for label 1, and we also should have like the I don't know, I know where we went wrong. We have this one, don't we? We need to get rid of this. I think so. We have to make sure this is a capital I as well. So now that should technically work. So make sure we get rid of the J layered panel as well. And if we now put down this one as the integer dot value of, if we put this one as being 2, then that one should be for second one to be layered. And now if we go back over there, if we do have this one as being the integer and then dot value of, and if we set this one to being a 3, so that basically means what should be at the top should be the green one, what should be in the middle should be the black one, and what should be in the last place will be pink. So as you guys can see, pink is the last, black is in the middle, and green is the first one to be used. What you guys can also do is just position it differently. So I can choose one to be a 1, I can choose one to be a 3, and now as you guys can see, actually I'm going to change one to be a 2. So that basically means that pink should now technically be in the middle, as you guys can see it is in the middle, and we also got black, which is basically in the at the top. But if we don't want the black to be on top anymore, what you guys can do is go to black. You guys can change it to be a 1, and we can change this one to being a 3, and the black should no longer be in the middle, it should be in last. So basically is it not true? Yeah, value, yeah, that's good. Because now we have green at the last place, at the top. So basically, if the smaller the number is, the lower it will be stacked up. So black could be the first one to be on the actual board, then I'll place pink on top of it, then I'll place green on top of that one. So the higher the number is, the higher the panel will be for the actual color, as you guys can see. Black is the number 1, so that means it will be the first one to be placed, and that means it goes in the last place. Then we've got pink, which is the second one to be placed, so it goes in second place. And we've got green, which is in first place, so it's the last one that we put down onto the board. So as you guys can see, this is how we'll be able to use integer dot value of, and you guys should be able to use as well as you guys can also use the J layered pane, and you guys can use pop-up layer, or you guys can use default, you guys can use palette, you guys can use model, and we can guys use drag. So default is the last one, as you guys can see it is at the bottom, whereas drag is all the way at the top. Okay, cool. So what I do believe what you guys can also do, I'm going to experiment with this actually. Hold on, can I just save it? I'm going to go and set this one to be at the middle, like so, and then if I do something like this, if I now set this one to be the third one, if I set them both to be third, alright, which does this mean that they'll be stacked at the same place, or does it not equal to that? I'm not completely sure, but I guess that it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. So what you guys have to do is just give it like a bigger or smaller number, so I can do something like 3, and that means that the pink should be on top, right? Yeah, pink is indeed on the top, and the green one is on the second place, because green is the third label, right? And we also have black, which is the second value, and the second value, and the first value is the label 2, so that's equal to black. So that means that black will be in last. So the higher the number is, the higher of the stack it will be on top of. So for example, as pink has a highest number, then it means be on top of all of the other ones. Yeah. Okay, so once we have done with that, what we guys can now see is JFrame. Frame is equal to new JFrame, layeredPane. We are basically creating a new frame, which is a window. Then we have set a title to it. Then we've got frame.add_layeredPane, which allows us to add a layer, pane to the frame. And we also got frame.setDefault close operation, JFrame.exit on close, frame.setSize new dimension. So we just set the size for the frame. Then we got frame.setLayout equals to null because we're using the layered plane, which yeah. We also got frame.setVisible is true. So that means we'd be able to see the application. If you guys like this video, please put a like and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.